Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of Throwdown Thursdays with Kyle Mattingly. As always, local for life, so feel free to use the hashtag, like, comment, and do all the things below. Totally appreciate you guys watching today. Today, I am bringing you Ethan, who is a software specialist based out of Dallas. So ultimately, he has wonderful information for us today over the power of digital presence and interaction and stepping into the future. So with that being said, Ethan has worked with a lot of various companies and a lot of various people who have different issues and ultimately has helped them create a digital presence through software. So Ethan, go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, Kyle. So yes, Ethan Kineza, I have been working kind of in the market or the industry, if you will, for going on close to about 3 years now. But just like Kyle, you had mentioned there, something that I've really grown to learn is the importance of the digital presence, having that footprint online, and making sure that you're easy to do business with as we head forward with how things have kind of been changing.
Right on. So whenever you say easy to do business with, what exactly do you mean? And what have you seen with the clients that you've worked with and that you've partnered with to help them be easier to do business with?
Yeah, so when I say easier to do business with, the main thing is just if I am put myself in consumer shoes of that person's business, how easy is it to reach out to that person? Can I easily interact with them through a website? Can I easily find them online when I may be like in a pinch or an emergency? Um, and then also, what's the kind of the communication like? I've worked with several, for example, like home service type businesses, plumbers, HVAC. If I do reach out to you through, how easy are you going to respond to me? How quickly? What's that kind of process look like? It goes a long way, and it's definitely establishing the relationship with that potential customer for the business, but also helping to make sure that we help bring that customer back through the door for other services and opportunities and potential referrals. So and there's a lot of different ways, that we can do that. There's online scheduling options. There's options for people to be able to fill out contact forms with like specifics of what services and things they're looking for, and then having really everything kind of managed in one main solution has been a great way to make sure that the business owner has a smooth and simple way to keep up with those communications as well.
Right on. So you mentioned having everything in one place and ultimately that being important to all of these folks. I know that that's something that you pride yourself on and that you help people realize. What exactly would you say to somebody who is in the position where they think, oh man, I am not a tech savvy person, I can barely do my online banking, I know how to send a text message. What would you say to them to help them move forward and help them ultimately prepare themselves for what we've been experiencing with just the change in, well, health and COVID and all that?
Yeah. No, and that's a great question. Honestly, I see that quite a bit in my role, and so I've run into that, numerous times where either we're comfortable maybe kind of doing some of the more standard or traditional ways of doing business, handwritten notes, and manually entering in information, things like that. Um, but how I kind of overcome that, and what I really like to challenge business owners to think about or kind of look into is think about the future of the business. So again, I hear a lot of people that are maybe comfortable with how they're doing things now, or maybe they're getting a good amount of business in the door, but they are open to how they can maybe save time and stuff. And so while maybe something is working or we're not ready to necessarily move forward with a solution that's going to help us right now, just always challenging business owners to think about the future. We want to make sure that people are coming in the door 5 years down the road, even if we are scheduled for the rest of the year from now to the end of the year. Like, just be thinking forward, thinking about where you're at now, what new technology is going to be out there in 5 years from now, and definitely try to just get across the point that there are easy, simple solutions out there, and there is a ton of support with those solutions as well, where it doesn't have to be a scary concept anymore to be like, well, man, this is totally going to change things. Things can essentially be the same, but just run from a more centralized place that there's a little bit smoother.
Right on. So you did mention just now that you have had folks who were scared about implementing. Yeah, I just said that. Implementing, different software solutions and things like that. What exactly do you say to them for the onboarding phase? You mentioned that they're like having a team. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So, I mean, specifically where I am, we have a whole onboarding team that helps getting the software set up. From again, in my experience over the last couple of years, it's not necessarily always offered at some companies where support is included in what you're paying for software plan wise. Maybe you can't get the amount of support that you need when you need it.
Amen.
So yeah, I love a big thing I love to stress usually when I'm showcasing the software is not only the 24/7 support that you have available to you, the local presence of having someone come out to your office as well to help out with things, but um, we're here essentially to make sure that our solution is going to be the most efficient for you and you're getting the most kind of value out of what you're spending.
Right
And
on.
now's the time to do that. Things have changed so much in business over the last year or two, as we've seen a lot of places have closed. And so now is kind of the time to be really considering and making that move.
Right on. Well, thank you, Ethan, for your words today. I definitely appreciate it. And everybody, as you can see, the future is now. And ultimately, if you are scared to make changes, don't be afraid because we will fail forward, my friends. As always, stay in the universe and like, subscribe, and do all the things. And looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.